Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of the Partnership Club and Leverage Connections. I want to be able to show you, as a service professional, how you can grow your business, use your networks, and generate seven figures every single year from your networks, from referrals, from word of mouth, from strategic partnerships, and from leveraging other people's networks. So let's dive into it. I've got a bit to be able to share, why most people's marketing just simply doesn't work, how you can change it, and then 9 key projects that we utilize with our clients to make sure that their business is consistently growing month after month after month. So let's dive into it. The thing we're always wanting to be able to do is to be able to create $1 million network and business. That's what we strive to be able to do with our clients. And we do that through a couple of different things. Through utilizing your black book. So there's no faster way to be able to grow a business than leveraging through other people's networks. Whether that be through strategic partnerships, whether that be through referrals, word of mouth, people opening doors for you, people promoting you, all of your people already exist somewhere. You just need to utilize other people's networks to be able to reach them. Through LinkedIn, through having a clear system and frameworks, and through building simple little habits that ensures growth month after month after month. So here we go. Let's dive in to where we want to be able to start with. You see, the problem is your business probably isn't growing. Your marketing isn't working. And it's not the marketing's not working. You'll see really shortly that for most marketing, it's destined to fail before it even starts because you're concentrating in the wrong areas. And that's the first bit that I want to be able to get through, show. And if that's the only thing you take away from here, I know that your business is going to be better than what it is when you first came. So when I think about the problem, I go, we're not getting enough growth. We're not getting enough clients. See, for most people, they put that down to we're not getting enough leads. But trust me, leads isn't the problem. You can go buy a database right now and within 5 minutes have hundreds of people that you could start making contact to. So leads really isn't the problem. What we want are great clients that stay with us for years and refer us new business. So there's this gap between where the problem is and where it is that we want to be able to be. So when I look at each level, we start off generally with businesses. I want more exposure. I want to be seen and heard. Great place to start. So what do we end up doing? Going to networking events. Here's my card. Here's my card. Do you want my stuff? We put up social content. Look at me. Do you want my stuff? We create videos. This is what I do. Do you need my stuff? And it's all about creating exposure. So creating exposure is great, but as you'll see shortly, all you're doing is one piece of the 4-piece puzzle. So after creating exposure, we go, oh, well, I actually need more leads. I don't want just exposure and to be seen and heard. I want to actually get more people in front of me, more people in my pipeline. So we focus on lead generation, getting people in front of you. So you might do ads or referral groups or sponsorships, or trade shows, expos, SEO. They're all great marketing vehicles. And a marketing vehicle is always going to work. It's going to bring you people who are interested in what it is that you do to see whether you can help them. That's the whole purpose of lead generation. Unfortunately, what ends up taking place is that people get leads, but they don't convert into clients. So therefore they go, their marketing's not working. Well, the purpose of lead generation is just purely to do that, to bring you people who believe they've got the pain point that you solve. And then if you don't do anything else with that, or you just simply phone them up and say, hey, come buy from me, and they don't, then you forget about them. It's easy to say, I don't get a return on my marketing dollar. So from exposure to lead generation, the thing we actually really want, the thing that's going to take us from this sort of shallow way of thinking all the way down into this more profound. And the way I want you to think is that you need a marketing and sales engine. That's really what we want. We need a way to be able to attract, to be able to educate and nurture, to be able to enroll, and to be able to deliver. There's 4 moving pieces that need to work together. So you can see why for most service professionals, their marketing just simply doesn't work or get a return that they want. And here's how you can fix it. So we talk about the attract, educate, enroll, deliver framework. The first thing that always needs to happen is that you need to bring people into your audience. People who are your ideal type of clients, who have the pain point that you solve, you need to be bringing them in here every single day. Preferably on autopilot without you having to actually go to something or be somewhere for that to happen. Now, here's the bit where lead generation tends to let you down. Because in your audience, you now have a bunch of different people. You have what we call grey people. Grey people, they sort of don't even really have the pain point that you solve. It might be an idea, but that's probably about it. Then you've also got red people. Red people have the pain point, but it's just not a priority for them to be able to get it fixed right now. Then you've got yellow people. I've got the pain point. It is a priority. I might have a roadblock or 2 that I've got to get sorted out first before I can move on to this. And then you've got green people. I've got the pain point. It is a priority. I want a solution. I just need to know whether you're the solution or not. So if you're running lead generation and you're paying for marketing, you're hoping to get a lot of green people. The only problem is there's only 2% of green people at any given time. So the majority of your audience, when you think about your audience, the majority of your audience is filled up with grey people, with red people. Then you've got maybe 10% of people who are yellow. And then you've only got 2% of people who are green. So in your whole audience right now, you might only have 2 green people, and that's it. So getting a return, you can see why it's super hard. So when you bring people in to your audience, you need to educate and nurture to be able to warm them up. That's what turns grey people to red people to yellow people to green people. It allows you to be able to deepen the bond, build trust, and more importantly, show them how you can make their life better. Because unless you do those 3 things, no one's ever going to buy from you. Now, unfortunately, what takes place is you might go to networking events, or you might be part of a referral group, or you might be doing SEO, or you might be doing some sort of Google ads or Facebook ads or YouTube ads. You might be posting on social media. But at the moment, all you're searching for is the green person. And you're not doing things that warms the rest of those people up. So once we educate and we nurture, we start deepening the bond and building trust and making their life better, we now get to enroll. Enroll is all about trying to find who are the green and yellow people and get them to raise their hands. Because unfortunately, everyone's not walking around with a little label on their head saying, I'm green, talk to me. I'm green, talk to me. I'm grey, leave me alone. So if you want to be able to fill your calendar with people who actually want to speak to you because they believe that you already have a solution to their pain point, then that's where enroll comes in. And you need to be able to have ways to be able to ask your audience whether they want help or not. That is what fills your calendar. So now we've got people in. We've warmed them up. We're getting people saying, yes, I think you can help me. Now you bring them on as clients. And the whole purpose of being able to onboard and deliver is to be able to create raving fans. That is how you get clients to be able to refer without you having to ask them, do you know someone who might need what I do for you? Awkward conversation. You don't like having it. So when you create a better delivery system, you create raving fans that want to refer. That is marketing. That is sales. They're not the same thing. Marketing brings people in, warms them up, gets them talking to you, and then sales allows you to be able to show how you're actually going to make their life better and is there a fit or not. And then you've got delivery because that starts the whole cycle again. So when you look right now at where the problem is, hey, I'm not growing anywhere near what I want to, versus the ideal, I want great clients that stay with us for years or refer us new business. Right now, you're probably sitting in either this red zone here where all you're focusing on is getting exposure, or you're focusing in this yellow zone where you're focusing on lead generation, but you're not doing anything else, where really where you need to be is this complete marketing and sales engine. So let me build out for you the 9 key projects that we focus on within our clients, what we do with them to make sure that they finish up with this marketing and sales engine. They then get consistent growth every single month. And most importantly, they get it without having to spend a cent on paid advertising. So away we go. When I think about, well, what's the secret? I get asked it all the time. It is system that matches your goal. It is motion and action every single day. It is the tiny gains that take place by being 1% better every day. And most importantly, it is conversations. If you are not in conversations with your audience, you've got no idea who's ready for your help, who wants to be left alone. You could be sitting on an absolute goldmine right now and you wouldn't know unless you are in conversations with the people who are around you. So the end goal here is pretty simple. We want a 7-figure business that gives us more money, more freedom, and allows us to be able to create greater impact. That's what we create in Partnership Club with for our clients. So when we build that out, what does that actually mean? Well, it means that we want to be able to go from having no lead flow to being able to attract and get leads every single day. It means that we go from pretty much no growth month on month or very little growth to being able to enroll and get sales every single week. And it means going from very few raving fans and referrals to being able to deliver in a way that clients stay for longer and refer us business regularly. That's what allows us to be able to create this 7-figure business, more money, more freedom, and create greater impact for your clients. How do we do it? Well, there are 9 key projects. The first 3 projects focus in on attract. How do we get leads every single day? Because it fixes up the no lead flow problem that you believe you've got at the moment. So the first thing we're going to do is turn your LinkedIn into this powerful black book. We have software that we integrate with our client's LinkedIn profile that connects them to their ideal type of client, engages with them, keeps them front of mind, and gets them into conversations. You don't have to lift a finger. every single day. You're bringing people into your audience. We then have our referral partner whiteboard. We're going to implement that so that we've got referral partners who are out there sharing their networks with us, promoting us to their networks. It's not just simply, can you look out for me and I'll look out for you and let's twiddle our thumbs and hope something happens. There are structured frameworks that get other people sharing you into their networks. That's the power of leveraging into other people's networks. And that's what the referral partner whiteboard does. Finally, we're going to focus in on leveraging monthly events, free events. Most people don't run events because they are a pain in the backside to fill. Not with our event software. Filling them happens every single day without you having to lift a finger. So remember when we talked about attract, and more importantly, you should bring new qualified people in and around you without you having to be there. That is our 3 ways of attracting. So from there, let's focus now on being able to bring in sales every week. All right, let's fix this problem of not having much growth. Well, we're going to do that through these 3 projects. Sharing our genius out to our audience in a way that makes them realize they can actually really make my life better. Because until someone asks themselves that question, can you actually really help me? Can you really make my life better? And that's an internal conversation. Then they're never going to talk to you. So you have to be able to share your genius. You have to be able to generate demand and to be able to get them to be able to raise their hand. You have all of these gray, red, yellow people in and around you. Well, we need to know who are the green people. Who are the people who are ready to see whether we can make their life better? So we use ask frameworks to be able to generate demand. Now, you're going to have people raising their hand all the time. So we need to be able to streamline your sales system. So not only does your calendar get filled, but you're not having to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours trying to convince people that they need what it is that you do. That doesn't give you much freedom. And as I said, we are all about how do we help our clients create more money, more freedom, and more impact to more people. They're the 3 key projects that we focus on to be able to help you go from enrolling clients every single week and fixing up that just not growing like I would like to problem that we've got at the moment. So the last 3 projects in terms of deliver. What do we want to fix up here? Hey, I'm not getting many client referrals. I don't have many raving fans. I don't have my network sharing me very much. And we want to be able to have clients that stay with us for longer and be able to refer business regularly to us. So there's a couple of things that we're going to do here. The first one is we're going to create a Disney experience within your business, especially how you onboard. We're going to green brain your business. I'm going to talk about what that actually means really soon. It is the most powerful neuro-logistic, logical, green brain science. I just love it. If everyone could understand what creates human behavior and why humans do what they do, they would completely change the way that they do business. That's what Green Brain Your Business is all about. With nearly 9 years of studying human behavior, studying how our brain works, studying dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, all the good stuff that we should be using within our business, and we just don't. We're just far too logical. The final key project is that you need to be seen as the leader in your market, not just as another person in your market. And that starts with, what do you actually want to do for your market? Not just for your clients, for your market. See, whether you decide that, hey, I want a seven-figure business with more money, more freedom, more impact, and I want Michael to be able to help me be able to build this out or not. I want you to be so successful. I want you to be able to serve as many people as possible. I want you to make their life better because that's what I stand for. And the more I can share and the more I can help and the more I can guide, the better that lights me up. Because I don't think any of us should ever have to rely on governments to be able to help us in business. We're the ones that make the difference to society. We're the ones that allow communities to thrive. So if I can help as many businesses as possible to be able to have a better business, to be able to employ people, to be able to support local events, local charities, local sporting groups, said nothing lights me up more. That's what you need to be in your market. Not just to serve your clients, but to serve everyone in your market. So here we have 9 key projects. We have how are we going to go from no lead flow to being able to track leads every day, to be able to go from no growth to being able to enroll clients every single week, and to be able to make sure that we go simply from a business that finds it really hard to get clients to a business that is bringing clients in regularly. Growth, month after month after month. Now, to me, there are 4 probably superpowers that we have. As I said, green brain science. The red brain is your cortex brain. It's very logical. It's very analytical. The green brain is your feeling brain, your limbic brain. It controls all human behavior. It controls every decision we make. That's why we need a green brain, a whole business, every single system and process. When you do that, you have people in your business that talk about you nonstop. We have 30 plus different AI plugins that our clients use. Plug, play, get the result. So therefore, it makes it so much easier for our clients to get the right result every single time because they don't have to get stuck in their red brain. We've got software that plugs in to our LinkedIn profiles and to be able to make sure that we've got people coming to our events. They send out event invites every day on autopilot. So 80% of the attract is all done for you. You don't have to do a single thing. And then there's the playbooks, step by step. Do 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, you get the result. They're the 4 key superpowers that we integrate in with the model. 9 projects plugged in with the 4 superpowers gets our clients the result that we're looking for. Leads every day, sales every week, and delivering in a way that clients stay for longer and refer more often. So it's really simple. If you're thinking, hey, I might need help, then I just want you to look at this. There's 4 places you're going to be in 3 years' time. You're either going to be somewhere where, unfortunately, you've gone backwards. Or maybe you've stayed the same and there's just no growth. Possibly, you've had a small amount of growth. Where we want you to be, obviously, is where you've had fast growth. Well, right now, it really doesn't matter because all those things are very close together. You're at the starting point. But as you can see in a year's time, what you haven't done, the gap starts to get bigger between backwards, no growth, growth, and fast growth. 2 years, even bigger of a gap, let alone what it's like in 3 years' time. How many times have you heard the saying, the best time to be able to do something was back in the day? The next best time is now. You need to do something now to be able to start getting your business in the direction you want. Now, whether that's with us, there is a link below, a button below to book a call into our calendar to be able to get help and see how this might work for you. But if it's not that, then simply understand you need to find ways to attract, ways to educate, ways to be able to enroll, and then to be able to deliver. You need a system rather than just simply lead generation. So hopefully it's been super helpful. If you'd like to see whether we can help your business get the results you're looking for to be able to grow, we're not a lead generation company. Yes, we focus on LinkedIn and we focus on events, but our end goal is always the same: to help you get great clients and more of them that stay with you for years and refer you new business. If that is the outcome you want, more clients that stay with you for years and refer you new business, use the button below, find a time in our calendar that best suits, and let's explore this more for you. Hopefully it's been super helpful. Really look forward to being able to talk to you more. Till next time, take care. I'll see you real soon.